I don't need to see clear to fracture your rear.
Easy, Roadblock. You're with friends.
Life.
Well, another day, another botched drop. kind of botched. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to 3-Star Draw. I am Down South 77. This is an adult collector channel where we talk about G.I. Joe. I like to talk about G.I. Joe when I can get G.I. Joe. I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way. So let's get right into it. This is going to be part 2 of I Was Once a Fan. I'm still a fan. I'm just not a fan of practices. We're talking about practices. Not a fan of some of these practices. So where do we start with today? First off, let me start by saying, how are you guys doing? Did you get Once a Man Cobra Commander today? Were you able to get him in the 4 minutes he was available today? Because that's how long he was available for. He was available for 4 minutes. But we got to go back to the beginning. Go back to when I got up this morning. Originally, I had an alarm set this morning because, 8 o'clock Eastern is 7 o'clock Central. That's where I'm at. That's about what time I get up anyway, but sometimes I hit the snooze button repeatedly. Said I might actually have to get up on time tomorrow. But they changed it, as we all know, to 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central. At which time I'm out at work, like most everybody is at the time of day that they do these. So they changed it so I didn't have to get up. I could get up at my regular time. I got up at my regular time. I actually didn't sleep very well last night. So I was kind of awake, trying to go back to sleep thing. And then next thing you know, the alarm's going to be going off soon. Might as well get up, because if you fall back asleep, you're going to sleep through it. Y'all do that. I do that. That's why I set 3 alarms. I get up, do my, things when I first get up, grab my phone like we all do these days. Because we have to do that for whatever reason, most of us. Start looking at stuff. So the first thing that I fell asleep or woke up from sleep, and when I got my phone, first thing I did was check and see if there were any tiger paws in stock. And I did this at like an hour before I got out of bed. Well, there was, and I bought one. So I ordered a tiger paw, and all right. Finally, when I do get up, first thing I do is check and make sure my tiger paw is still good to go. Still says processing. That may or may not be a good sign. We'll check on it later, and we will see. So at least I know there was one close to me. Anyway, we're not here to talk about tiger paw. We'll come back to it. So I get up, getting my stuff ready, go whatever, and I pull up Pulse. I pulled it up on... Would I pull it up first on the app? I pulled it up on my phone on the Chrome app, pulled it up, didn't think nothing about it. Cobra Commander, coming soon. Like, all right. And then I saw a post, and this was not the whole story with this post, but I saw a post, somebody, Facebook community page, classified community page, said, you can go, and if you pull it up on the PC, the cart button is blue. And you can click that, and you can add it to your cart. I was like, I'm going to go try that. That's all this post said. So I'm like, well, let me try that. And I go back to it. I'm like, huh, it added it to my cart. Add another one to my cart. Added that one to my cart. Like, well, sweet. When this thing finally does drop this afternoon, maybe I'll have an advantage and have a chance at getting it. Like, all right. And I thought for a minute, like, let me try something. I went to my cart. They were in my cart. I'm like, this is like a normal order form. It sent me to checkout. This is different. It's like 7:10 or something this morning. I go through PayPal. It goes through. Congratulations. I ordered it this morning. The thing was supposed to drop originally, remember, at 8 o'clock Eastern time, which is 7 o'clock my time. Now, if you look on Pulse, app, website, wherever, this is listed in multiple locations. I mean, maybe 2 or 3. Like, it's under the Comic-Con exclusive thing, and then you can go to brands, and you can see it in brands when you go to G.I. Joe Classified. And then I think you can also search like new and whatever it says, new and hot or whatever it is. It's also in there too. These are, I guess, different links. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. But the link on the app, if you went to it, did not work like that. If you did it that particular way, you went to the exclusives, the Comic-Con exclusives, and it pulled them all up, and the cart was blue on the web browser, you could add it. You couldn't do it on the app. I couldn't. I have not heard reports that somebody could. It's just on going to it that way on the web browser, but not all of the links. I tried a couple other links after, and they didn't send me to it. So I'm like, all right, well, sweet. You know, it's ordered. Excuse me. So I immediately, I'm not fooling with trying to text people. I did the voice, you know, where you send somebody a voice clip. I don't usually use those. It still feels kind of unnatural to me to do that for some reason. I don't know, a little voice memo. A lot of people do it. I'm getting the hang of it, but I didn't have time to text because I didn't know how long this was going to be live. So I sent like 3 or 4 messages, and I was messaging somebody I was talking to yesterday, and I literally was recording the voice clip to send to them. And I got like a bunch of messages in a row, and I sent it and looked at it, and it was him. And he was messaging me to tell me about it. And he was trying to get the word out. I was trying to get the word out to certain people. And right after, I mean, not 5 minutes after I sent my messages to people, I got a couple messages back saying they fixed it. They patched it. So it was an exploit that only worked with a certain link that got you to the product page in a certain place. So this means, hang on a second, I get a drink of water, hang on. Okay, so this means that they had that all set and ready to go, and then for whatever reason, they changed it from 8 to 11. We saw that yesterday. Somebody did not disable the link on that particular section, and it went live unintentionally, I'm guessing at 7. I haven't been able to talk to enough people to know if it went live much earlier than that, but I'm guessing it went live at 7 a.m. for me, 8 Eastern, because it was after 7 when I realized it. And I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I actually ordered it. And I went and looked at my order page. It's there, there it is. It's paid. It's whatever it says, in progress. Like, so I start looking at Facebook. Now, this is the whole time I'm getting ready for work, like brushing my teeth and taking the dog out, and I'm trying to read comments. And apparently it had been going on for a while, but I never saw exactly when it started. And it was all over that community page. It just so happened that when I first looked at it and saw it, the first post I saw did not have the whole complete thing. It had, what to do. It just had, you can add it to your cart. It didn't say it will actually let you check out with it. It didn't say that. I just thought I would try it. And it worked. If I'd have had the idea to say, hey, those are in my cart, I'm going to try to check out with them 10 minutes later, because I wouldn't have been looking at Facebook, looking at reading this stuff. I would have missed it. So sometime around 7:30-ish my time, they closed that loophole. That's what that means. Somebody did not disable the link. Somebody at Hasbro, whoever's handling this horrible, horrible, shitty IT and website that they've got going on now, forgot to disable the link. And it worked. So some people, myself included, exploited that loophole and got it. Now, I've actually later in the day saw somebody calling us cheaters. Like, we're cheaters because we exploited the link. You know what? I feel cheated from yesterday. How about that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I feel cheated from yesterday. And I'm glad I did that, because today, when it finally did go live at 11 Eastern, 10 Central for me, I made sure I was positioned somewhere where I could check it. And I did an experiment because I was going to see if I could get one during the drop. So I went through the whole process right there when it dropped. It was showing today. Like, you remember yesterday, I said it took it a few minutes to populate for me. It was there today because they had totally removed it. It was gone yesterday, and somewhere during the night, they put it back up as being visible again. And then later on, that link went live. So it was showing for me at 10 o'clock. I'm like, there it is. It's on there. It's live. It doesn't say coming soon anymore. Bam. Go through it. Had to do the PayPal thing again. I don't know why it says it saves PayPal. I have PayPal set up with Pulse, through PayPal, through Pulse, and every time I use it, I got to put in my phone number. Sometimes I got to put in my saved password. Sometimes I got to wait on them to text me a code. Today it was password season. Do all that shit. Put it all in, and I'm going, oh my God, this is taking forever. This is what fucked people yesterday. Going through it. It hangs. I get to the end of it, get it all done, back to Pulse, whatever, what's it say? Complete purchase, whatever. Well, I got back to that screen and hit that, and it froze. And the whole thing crashed for me. And by crashed, I mean it just hung there like it was just loading and loading and loading. And finally, nothing ever popped up for it. Like I closed the app. I closed it. As I force closed it, because I was using the app. I wanted to see if I could do it through the app. And I forgot to mention that part. That was on the app when I did it at 10. So I force closed everything on my phone. Go back, open it all back up, get back into it. Go back, added it to my cart again. Go back to check because it's not in my cart. Go back to checkout. I'm like, well, I'm just going to go through the whole thing again. I don't think it worked. And I got the red message of death at 10:04. 10:04. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. 4 minutes is how long it was up today in my neck of the woods. I don't know how long it was up for you guys, but I saw some people were able to get it. There was a lot of people that still were not able to get it. So after I took that screenshot and was like, 4 minutes, all right. I went and I looked at my orders, and that order actually completed before they sold out. So it actually went through right as the app crashed, at least for me. It froze and it crashed, but that order went through at 0 hour. I don't know how, but I got it in. But the time it took me to force close and go back, re-add it, go through the whole thing again, it was gone at 10:04. So, what is going on with their IT? Oh my God, the way they run this website, this app, they don't want you to buy shit, is what it seems like. Now look, I will give them the caveat. This is probably the only time that is acceptable. Something like this, because it's an exclusive. An exclusive should be an exclusive, okay? Comic-Con exclusive, I'm not going to lie, we're lucky that people that don't get to go to Comic-Con do get to buy the leftovers. I'm glad they do that. At the same time, if you're going to do it and you're going to hype it up, you need to have enough. You need to not have a purchase limit of 5 because they did not change that. I thought maybe they might change that for today. They didn't change it. It was still 5. I ordered 2, and then that last time, just to see if I could get one, I ordered 1. I ordered 3. I got 3 of them coming whenever. I got 2 of them coming. 3 coming. One of them is one is going to my inbox probably, and the other one is going to go up here on the shelf. One is going to a friend of mine that was not able to get one. So I got my 3. Why is it 5? So did the people that found out about it early mess it up for other people? I'm sure some of the people that did that bought 5. I'm sure they did. I know one person bought 5, but you know what that one person is doing with the 5 he bought? Messaged me making sure I was able to get one. And there are 2 other people that we know each other or know of each other. There's 2 other people I made him aware of that weren't able to get one, and he is getting it to them. So not everybody that bought 5 is scalping. So don't want to lump everybody in together like that, but we know how it goes, right? You know how it goes. You know how collecting this shit goes. I'm going to say most people that did probably are, not everybody. So if you bought 5 and you're hooking up your friends, good on you. None of us should have been able to buy 5 of these damn things, right? 3, I said yesterday, 2 or 3. That's how I feel about it. I'm glad they gave us the opportunity to buy them because I wanted in my collection, and eventually I would have traded something worth more than $40 for it, or I'd have wound up having to pay more than $40 for it like I did with Serpentor and Mindbender because I missed them. So what do you guys think? Tell me, were you able to get it this morning? Did you get it early this morning? If you found out about the loophole, the exploit, whatever, were you not able to get it? Tell me what's going on. Y'all know I do reviews too on this channel. They're probably not as much fun as this is though, is it? I just want Hasbro to get their shit together. I love your product 95% of the time, but that 5%, like when you shit the bed, like you have Mexican food or you eat curry when you do it. I don't know what the deal is. I saw a post later on the community thing that somebody has already got shipping notices from the 1 or 2, whatever, that they were able to get yesterday. It's been barely over 24 hours and they're already shipping them. So they had to get them back from San Diego to wherever Hasbro stores all their stuff at their warehouses. They're ready to get these things out. They're ready. They got stingers sitting there that they're getting ready to start sending. The stingers are probably 3 times the size box, right? 4. So they want them out of the warehouse. And that is my theory on why the limit was 5. Personal theory. I've seen nothing to support that. I think the limit was 5 because they want them the hell out of the way. And I doubt maybe they're going to do another run. I don't know. They tell us they limited quantities this year. We've only seen it on vehicles. Like, none of the last pre-orders are sold out. And Iron Grenadier and Iron Bats have come back in and out of stock a bunch on Pulse. And of course, you can go order them anywhere else you want. But if you're trying to support just Pulse, like, I hope you got those when you could. But like Road Pig, Raptor, the last drop that they massively bungled, none of those have sold out once, I don't think. And Tiger Paw, I mentioned the Tiger Paw. I said I'd go back to it. I kept checking Target, and yeah, they canceled it. So they canceled that pre-order, or actually that order. So that Target, though, this morning had a Tiger Paw. They just had to fulfill an order that somebody got in before I ordered it. So keep checking for them Tiger Paws, because they're showing up. I've been able to go through that scenario, whether it completed or not, all week. Every day, if I've woken up in the middle of the night or woken up way early for work or on the weekend, every day there's been a store within 30 or 40 miles of me, 30 I think maybe, that has had them. Whether or not, there's a couple times I didn't try to order it, but every day I could have. So I hope it's getting that way in your area where these things start showing up. But anyway, this is about Pulse and Cobra Commander, but I bring it back to that because that botched drop of Wreckage and Tiger Paw, that was a pretty massive one, right? That was the one they completely screwed the pooch on. Nobody knew that it was going up. Everybody got notifications after it was sold out. Most people did not go straight to Target. They went to Pulse. There were still a few available at Target. That was the one that I pre-ordered, and I did get it, but I canceled it because at the time I didn't want it. Told that story. But this is a pretty big, like, why can't they get these things right? Like, if they're already shipping yesterday's orders, send the people in shipping to go run IT. Let's have career day. Let's let them people go try to run the other part of it and see if they can fix that. As long as they get the right people packing it when they ship it, that part is on point. I've been getting my Pulse orders within 3 days. From when it leaves, I've generally got it on the 3rd day. I've got it on the 2nd day, a time or two. Usually it's the 3rd day, unless for whatever reason they pick DHL. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. So this one's already gone on longer than what I intended. I hope everybody was able to get this thing. If not, I hope you're able to get one at a reasonable price. Pulse, fix your shit. See y'all.
You hear me, man?
Forget it. He's completely turned into a snake.